Welcome to the National Restaurant Association headquarters here in Washington, D.C. It is 10 after 3 in the morning, and we just heard from President-elect Donald Trump. It has been an amazing last 10 to 12 hours. No one could have predicted what we've seen here tonight in terms of President-elect Trump not only winning the White House, but winning in the fashion in which he did. Blue states have now turned red, and Secretary of State Clinton has now called to concede the race to President-elect Trump. It has been an incredible election night, and we certainly, as we look forward to 2017, welcome President-elect Donald Trump and his administration to Washington. And at the National Restaurant Association, our team, we look forward to engaging with the new administration, not only through the transition, which quite frankly starts tomorrow, but we also look forward to engaging with the new administration in the new year. In the United States Senate, tonight's election proved that Republicans regained and held control of the Senate this evening. Majority Leader Mitch McConnell will remain in control, and as we head into 2017, Majority Leader McConnell has said that in fact he intends to pursue a pro-growth agenda on behalf of businesses, small, medium-sized businesses across the country. He intends to remove regulatory barriers that have been tough on businesses the last couple of years. That includes tax reform, but he has also mentioned healthcare and several other pieces that he intends to advance as a pro-growth, pro-business economic agenda. So we welcome the new Congress, the new Senate, to Washington in January, the Republican-controlled Senate, and we look forward to engaging with them on behalf of the National Restaurant Association and the restaurants all across the country that we have the privilege of serving every single day. In the House of Representatives, very similar to President-elect Donald Trump and the Republican-controlled Senate, we also have a Republican-controlled House of Representatives. And coming into tonight's election, we all very much assumed that Republicans would control the House coming out of tonight. And so the question here really became how many seats would Democrats pick up this evening? It turns out there have been a handful of pickups, but not near enough to close the gap in terms of the vote between the majority and the minority in the House. So the Republican House remains in control. You have to assume Speaker Ryan remains Speaker of the House, but obviously we know we have leadership elections coming up over the next couple of weeks. But regardless, we look forward to continuing to engage the Republican-led House of Representatives and several of the new members of Congress who've been elected this evening. On the state and local side of tonight's election, it's been a very dynamic landscape that we've been tracking here this evening. Coming into tonight's election, 12 governors were up for either re-election or newly elected positions, 10 of which those races have now been called. 3 of those races have actually gone from Democrats to Republican governors. So that means we now have more Republican governors, or as many as we've ever had since World War II. Record number of gubernatorial races that will result in Republican held seats going into next year. So what does that mean for the restaurant industry? We certainly know that the last couple of years, the state and local level has really been where a lot of the legislative activity has taken place that's affected this industry. We assume that trend will continue in 2017, even though you now have a Republican administration, a Republican House, and a Republican Senate. The National Restaurant Association looks forward to working with the new administration, new Senate, new House, but also new governors, new city councilors, and state legislators to ensure that America's restaurants have a seat at the table.